The latest boogeyman, the latest be afraid, be very afraid coming out of Fox so-called news. Second largest stockholder, by the way, Saudi Prince Alawid Talal, as I recall. The latest scare coming out of there is that the Park 51 Mosque, a few blocks from Ground Zero, is a mosque. And we're supposed to be really worried about this. And I don't understand why Fox is so hysterical about it. Let's ask Reverend Bill Keller. He knows about these things. Liveprayer.com is his website. He's the founder of that website. Hey, Bill.
Tom,
Reverend
good to be
Keller.
on with you as always, my friend.
So why would, first of all, just very quickly, I understand you're opposed to this so-called Ground Zero mosque being there, right?
Actually, I was not opposed. I said I thought it was in poor taste to build a victory mosque by Ground Zero, but they have every right to do it. And that's exactly why we set up an evangelistic center right next door.
So what's the problem then?
Well, there's no problem. I told people back when this whole thing was going down a couple years ago, Tom, that this was nothing but a scam Imam Rauf was pulling on the public.
In other words,
he had no
what's the
plans to build a
scam? I
mosque
don't
there.
understand. I mean, here and I don't understand why you know this comp. I guess I get the competition between the two of you. I mean, you believe in a Bronze Age sky god, and they believe in a Bronze Age sky god. It goes by a slightly different name, but they're both Abrahamic gods, right? Or it's both the same Abrahamic god?
No, the attributes of the God of the Bible has nothing to do with Allah. They've got,
Okay,
Allah,
so
Allah's a
your
moon
God's
rock,
better than their
basically.
God. I got that.
But the crux of the issue is Rauf never had any plans to build a mosque there, Tom. It was just a scam.
So what's wrong with that?
Nothing. If people want to give him money for nothing, that's great. I'm glad all the people contributed to it.
So you're saying that Fox is all hysterical about this mosque when it's not even a mosque?
No, it's
I thought it was supposed to be a community
people
center.
meet once
First
a
of
week
all,
to pray.
I thought it was supposed to be a community center, and that there is,
That's the scam Rauf sold people, and he made about $8 million and he ran away with it.
Right. Did you know what Pat Robertson's net worth is?
Pat Robertson has run one of the biggest scams in the world when he sold his channel to the Family Channel, which was raised with tax deductible money. I've said that for 20 years.
Yeah, he's worth $1 billion.
Yeah, it's a pure scam what he did, taking tax-deductible dollars to build that network and then sell it to the Family Channel.
So the mosque guy in New York, the imam in New York, he ran a scam and he made $8 million. Pat Robertson ran a scam and he made $1 billion. That's $8,000 million, or it's $1,000 million rather. Why are you not on Fox News complaining about Pat Robertson, or why is Fox News not playing your complaint about Pat Robertson?
Because it's not politically correct, Tom. See, that's the difference. One thing you know about me, I'll call it as it is. If it's a Christian, I'll call it, a gutless wonder like Joel Osteen that stands up and smiles at people and makes $700 million in the last 10 years. If people want to give him money, God bless you, but that's not Christianity. It's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I don't know who that was, the gutless wonder that you're describing.
Joel Osteen.
Who is he?
He's the smiling guy that's on all the time.
In other words, he's a televangelist.
You'll know him if you see him.
Okay, so he's this generation's Jim Baker. Is that the thing?
He's not Jim Baker. I got to be honest with you. Jim Baker in the beginning was actually a pretty straightforward guy. It's just as years went on, he got corrupted by the money.
Yeah, it may well be. Money can be a corrupting power. It certainly can. So it sounds to me like what you're saying is there's no there. There's no reason for Fox to be all upset and hysterical about this. He no mosque.
I agree.
Okay. Then,
I told people 2 years ago it's a scam. If you give Rauf money, he's never going to build he had no ability to raise $100 million for a community center. He paid an architect about $4,000 to build that little model out of Legos, and he walked around and raised $8 million with that Lego model.
Hey, not bad.
Not bad, right?
I mean, how much did the Crystal Cathedral cost?
I don't know. But,
or for that matter, the Mormon Tabernacle.
That's why, Tom, people need to stick to the Bible and be careful. These guys out there peddling the thing as a commodity, like a box of ice cream.
Yeah. Do you take donations over at liveprayer.com?
We actually do. And we actually publish our donations where they go, and 93 cents of every dollar goes to pay for what we're doing, not to buy buildings and not to, so I can drive a Bentley and all that garbage.
So you're a 7% scam.
Pardon me?
You're a 7% scam.
No, I mean, it costs money to pay overhead. I mean, is your office free?
Oh, okay. No, in that case, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So 93% of the money goes to convince other people that they should follow your God.
93 of the expense of the money goes to helping people know that the day they die, they're going to be either in one place or the other. And we believe, because the Bible teaches, if you know Jesus, that place is heaven.
Right. So an atheist would say 93% of your thing is a scam.
Well, if they do,
because how is that? I mean, it seems like if you're offering somebody a community center, Bill, you're at least offering them a place to play basketball.
Out of the kindness of their heart, and because they believe in what we're doing, because they've seen the results in their own lives.
But Bill, if you're offering somebody a community center, at least you're offering them a place to play basketball or something, or play checkers.
I agree. If he had any intention of building a community center so they could play basketball and play checkers.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Bill. I think we've talked this thing through. I don't know where to go beyond that. It's
pretty amazing when we don't end this thing screaming at each other, right, Tom?
It is, Bill. I sincerely wish
whether you believe it or not, have a very Merry Christmas.
I was just
God
going to
bless you and your listeners.
Thank you. I was just going to say I sincerely wish you a Merry Christmas. Bill Keller, liveprayer.com. Thanks a lot, Bill.